Well, hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Purple Door Podcast, a Friends Rewatch Pod. I'm one of your hosts, Alistair, alongside Deanne. Deanne, how are you today?
I'm excellent, Al. Excellent. Enjoying my weekend. Getting
Yeah,
some
you've had
relaxing.
a very busy, fun weekend you have had.
Very busy, very fun. Got to go see Weird Al with my family. And my favorite part, I love me some Weird Al, but my favorite part was watching my 11-year-old son laugh hysterically and cheer. So that it was awesome. Lots of good people seeing. Just a good time.
I love it. Sounds like the perfect weekend. But how can we top off a perfect weekend other than getting stuck in straight to Round of Bamboozled? We will be talking about the One With Phoebe's Dad. And I love that you reminded me a little bit of what this episode was about, but I'd forgotten other pieces. So I was
Okay.
excited to watch it.
So, what I will tell you though is that parts of this episode I was thinking of,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was also confusing it with later whenever we actually meet Frank at the
Right.
funeral. So,
Yes.
mhm.
Yeah, that's where I got a little confused and couldn't
Yeah.
quite remember, if
Yeah.
Phoebe met or quite what happened. So it was good to revisit this episode.
Mhm.
Well, how many
Mhm.
questions do you have for Bamboozled today?
12.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 and a bonus from Kate.
All
Look at
right.
look at us go. Why don't you want to start us off?
Sure.
All
In the
right.
opening scene, what's Ross doing?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. In the opening scene, is Ross decorating a Christmas tree?
Ross is not.
He is
That's what
not.
Phoebe's over there doing something with the Christmas tree.
Ah,
Then she looks across and she sees ugly naked guy.
that's right.
And then it pans over to Ross. He's doing something pretty specific. And then it goes over to the girls.
Oh, is he sitting at the kitchen table doing something?
Mm.
No.
Nope. He's
No.
over on the couch
He's
or
on the
chair.
couch.
He's over there in the living room, not far from Phoebe.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give it to me. I don't remember.
Okay, so I had to watch it because he's holding a menorah and then he's got like a screwdriver or something. I think he's cleaning out the excess wax.
Ah, that's very specific. I like
Yes.
it. I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah, well, and I like watching for the Jewish things that pop up
Right?
in the Christmas stuff because it's very, it's not there in your face, but like that right there totally made sense and tracks for what he would be doing.
It's one of the things I love. We've talked about Frasier before, my other favorite show.
Mhm.
Sorry, that's my computer going nuts. Let me turn that down.
Oh,
Um,
I can't hear it.
oh, you get it.
So you're
Okay, it
good.
popped through my ears. Um, is Frasier has a son with Lilith in Cheers, and in Frasier
Mhm.
they bring that relationship forward. But Frasier celebrates Christmas, but Freddie is half Jewish because Lilith is Jewish, and some of the funniest episodes of Frasier are where they're playing the sort of the Christian holiday and the Jewish holiday off of each other, and it's
Yes.
just superb. So I like it in Friends too. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, when the menorahs come out. Um, well, let's see. We certainly know the answer to this first question from the coffee house, the first scene in the coffee house. What date is it at the beginning of this episode?
It's the 23rd, Christmas Eve.
That's exactly it. Happy Christmas Eve, Eve.
Yes, it is also one of my good friends growing up, her birthday.
Ah, I
And it's
like
always
that.
happy birthday on Christmas Eve.
I
Hmm.
love it. What a great day to have a birthday.
Well, it probably depends. My father-in-law's birthday is Christmas Eve. And
Right.
while that's very nice, I think it probably gets overshadowed.
I've
being
got
that close to Christmas.
two friends who have birthdays on Christmas Day, and I always thought that
Hmm.
would really stink. Actually, like I think I would just choose another day and just
Hmm.
I'm going to celebrate my birthday on another day.
Your half birthday.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what I would do.
there you
All right,
go.
what have you got for me?
All right. So, who all did the girls tip with Christmas cookies?
Oh, I think I've got three.
Hmm.
All right, so the super, Mr. Trigger,
Yes.
the newspaper delivery guy, and the mailman.
Very good.
All
Nice.
right.
Yay.
I think I was surprised they got a newspaper delivered. It's not, but then again, it's the 90s. People did more than now, and you do see them reading the paper, so it makes
Hmm.
sense that they get it delivered.
And
Um,
he did the crossword puzzle. How
that's
rude.
right. Although I don't know if the right answer is bite me, bite me, bite me. Right.
I mean, I'm not familiar with musicals, but
Right.
I would go see that one.
All right, for you, the second question. Where did Ross get the picture frame that Ben is going to give to his parents?
Oh, third floor, Macy's, home something. Home
You that
furnishings?
you are correct. Home furnishings it is.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So what did Ross do with the slinky after Rachel wasn't impressed?
I've got thoughts on the slinky. He gave it to Gunther.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, go nuts.
And
Yeah.
what did we notice about this?
Let's see. Well, Gunther lives in a place with stairs. He says, like, go nuts. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, oh, maybe I'm wrong then. But like I got to see Gunther say something to Rachel, but you didn't whenever he was
Ah,
leaving. And so is this not the first time that you've seen Gunther like actually have a line?
we've seen him have a line once before, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Dang. Okay. Okay.
Yes. We'll need to double
Okay.
check that.
Okay. Well, as much as we have talked about Gunther and everything else,
Yes.
and then and the episode where Ross kissed Rachel,
Yep.
he's had a line there, but it got cut out on your version.
Right.
And so I was like, have we seen him talk another time? I don't know. But it was, yeah, that was his line.
Well,
That's
I'll
all it said.
need to have a look at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gunther. Man, underrated. Love some Gunther.
So he's so good.
So good. Let's see. Okay, so my third one for you. This is a little tricky. Might be a bit unfair. Phoebe's grandma brings out a box with the alleged photos of Phoebe's dad. What decoration is all over the box?
Wow.
Yep, this
It
is the
was
most.
gold, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's a very predominant color of what it was that
Mm-hmm.
was painted. A type of a shade.
I I have no clue,
All
Al. I
right,
don't know.
yeah,
I
that was
knew
a
it was
difficult
a
one.
gaudy box, but
Yeah, it was. It had sunflowers all over it,
mm,
which would be the yellow, the gold. You know, that's where that would
okay.
come from.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. All right,
Okay.
go for it.
What what did Phoebe think her dad did for a living and what does he actually do?
She thought that he was a world famous tree surgeon in Burma, which is just great. But he's actually a pharmacist.
Yes, very
Yes.
good.
And speaking of Phoebe's dad, what's his address?
It's 75 Laurel Drive in Middleton.
I've got 74, but
Dang it! I had 74 and then I had changed it to 75
oh, how
because I
funny.
wasn't sure. Oh, well.
Oh,
So,
well.
yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure it is 74.
All right. Europe, yes.
All right. What were three things that were on Rachel's list for Ross?
Oh. Yes, because that's one of my questions. I've got them. He's whiny, insecure, obsessive, and we'll go bonus points for gutless and too much hit gel in his hair.
Very good.
Yeah, there we
Wow.
go.
Way to get all five out.
Thank you. That's right. Just got lucky that that was one of mine. When Ross and Monica come in with supplies for the party, they have 3 bags with them. 2 of them are plain brown bags, and one has the name of a place or the name of a store.
Mm-mm.
No,
Roscoe's.
no, it is. I don't know how to pronounce it. Zabars
Eh?
or Zabars, and it's a real bagel place.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yep, yep. And
Nice.
both Kate and I recognize it. And we're like, maybe we've had a bagel from there. We're not sure, but we both recognize
Aw.
the name. That jumped out at us.
Nice. So who broke the radiator?
Ross broke the radiator. That's right.
Nice.
Broke the
Hmm.
thing off the top. Um, I'm going to ask, but again, this is unfair. I just spotted a tiny, tiny detail. Um, Phoebe's grandma hands her the keys to the taxi. There's a keychain on it along with keys.
Holy cow.
Yeah, yeah, that's unfair. This is not fair.
Wow.
What is the keychain?
An apple.
You know what? You got the right color, so at least
Oh.
you get an espresso shot for that.
Is it lips?
It's not. It is a red dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
But I
Oh,
knew that was unfair, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write it down.
I love it. All right. Who ended up solving the issue with the radiator?
That would be Joey who turns it off underneath, and I've got some thoughts
Mm.
about that when we get there.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I know absolutely nothing about radiators,
Right.
and I know that my car has one too.
Right. This is
And there you
true.
go.
This
That's
is
what I
true.
got. And they need water, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think
There you
depends
go.
on the type. Some take oil, some take water. But yes,
Oh,
yes, a
mhm.
fluid to heat up.
And
Indeed.
there you go. I'm
Yes.
basically an
I
expert.
think so. I think
Uh-huh.
so. Uh if when Phoebe says, "Wish me luck, Grandpa," who's the picture of?
Oh, it's of Albert Einstein.
It is indeed. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I've got that's one of my questions. Who does
Uh,
Phoebe think is her grandpa?
right. I love it.
All right. And so why can't Traeger get the part for the radiator until Tuesday?
Is it because the store is closed?
Uh-huh.
All right. Had to think
Yep.
about that one. All right. This one I've been looking forward to asking you because I believe you have asked me the same question many episodes ago.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes. And there's 2 parts to this, sort of. What is this number on the top and on the side of Phoebe's cab?
I can tell you the one on the top.
Okay.
It's 7E85.
So that was going to be my original question. And then I saw the door open and I saw a different
Yes.
number on the side. And I was like, I think Wilson asked me what that number was.
Okay, so here's the deal, and I have. But in this episode on my TV on the DVD,
Mm-hmm.
it's not clear enough to be able to piece together what it says and what the
Gotcha.
number is.
Well,
So,
the original question
is
was
that
just the
a
number on
valid
the top.
excuse?
It is a valid excuse. You got my
All right.
original question right, but on the side it
Awesome.
is 3609. There
Wow.
you
Okay.
go.
Nice. Well, that was my question number 11.
All
So,
right.
all right. What kind of car did Phoebe's mom drive?
Wow. What kind of car did Phoebe's. I can't even remember where that might have been mentioned. I have no idea.
Okay. So, Phoebe's grandma will always remember her dad as the loser who knocked her up and stole her.
I'm going to guess a
Grem-
Buick LeSabre.
nope, Gremlin.
Gremlin. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
My dad apparently drove a Gremlin whenever my mom and him very first got married, and he drove a Gremlin.
I love that.
Mhm. Yep. And so
Speaking of cars, why doesn't the taxi have a seatbelt in the front passenger seat?
and there's my question number 12.
Oh dear.
Because it got cut out by the
It
paramedics.
did indeed. So are you
Hmm.
out of questions?
I'm out of questions, Al.
I have three more for two from me, one from Kate.
Great. I
So,
am ready.
all right. How much does Ross tip Mr. Trigger and why?
Okay, so he gives him a 50 the first time
Yep.
because he's seizing the day. And he thinks that it's because the girls gave him cookies that he won't fix the radiator.
Right.
And then he gives him another 50 because Rachel egged him on.
Yes.
She egged him
Yes.
on. So it ended up being $100.
$100. Absolutely.
Mhm. But,
Uh,
well, really 95
oh,
because
because
he
he
gave
gives
him
five back.
$5 back. Hmm.
That's right. That's right. All right. What does Rachel say the mistletoe actually is?
Basil.
Yes, basil or basil, however you pronounce it.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Okay.
for everyone
Who
back
calls
home,
it basil?
our friends back home.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go.
Is that like from the mixed up files of Mrs. Basil Lee Waller?
It might just be. I don't know.
Oh my god. I don't know.
um,
Okay.
and then Kate has a bonus question for you. So I said
Yes.
to Kate that this afterwards, it dawned on me that, and I've not fact checked this, but I don't
Okay.
think we see inside the boy's apartment at all in this episode.
Mm-mm.
And she said, and she agreed, she said, we don't, but we do see what's hanging on their door. What is it?
I know
You know
this.
it?
I do. It's a giant reindeer.
I didn't notice it at all. I was
I
like, when
know.
did we see their door? Yeah.
Yes, at the very beginning, because they open up, the girls have the big wreath, and then they open up the door, and then in the background, you can see this giant, like, front of a reindeer on their
Yeah, I
door.
missed it completely. Yeah. I
You'll
will
have to
need to go
let Kate
back.
know. I saw it. I saw it. Good
Right.
eye.
You guys
Yep,
have a much better eye than I do.
I have a note, or I have it in my notes that there's giant reindeer on the door.
I
So.
love it. I love it. Yeah, didn't see it. Well, you said that's in the first episode, first episode, the first scene. We're starting off in the girl's apartment. Ugly naked guy is decorating his tree. Um, and then let's see, Chandler and Joey come
Joey and
in.
yeah, and that's
They
whenever
come
you
in.
see the reindeer.
That's when you see it. Okay, and
Hmm.
they ask about tipping. How do you feel about tipping? Just in a general, I feel it can be a bone of contention. People sometimes disagree.
Okay, so talking about tipping like at a restaurant or like that or what?
See, this is the minefield. Restaurant, or if you go to, I don't know, Starbucks, I think you can tip if you go in.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Just
you can tip on the app.
right.
And okay. Now, stuff like that, like at a restaurant and people are waiting on you. At Starbucks, they're making your drink, and if it tastes good, I'm all about it. Um, but if people are being paid below and they're having to do a service for you that otherwise, like, you can't. This makes me think of Dwight. This makes me think of Dwight, where
Right.
he's like, I won't tip somebody who does something I can't do myself. So
Yes,
he like
yes.
tips his proctologist or something.
Right.
I mean, but like I will always tip like 20%. Like
Right.
that's what you do. That's the right thing because being a server is hard.
Right.
I And I will die on that hill. That is a hard job that not everybody can do, because I tried it and I was a terrible waitress, and I think I've talked to you about this.
Yeah.
But it's hard. And
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
terrible. People can be so terrible. And like whenever we went on our tours on vacation and stuff like that, like being a tour guide, I appreciate. It's your way of showing appreciation. And
Yeah.
thank you for doing a good job. Now, if you just took my order and that's it, like, why am I tipping you?
Right. I agree with you here.
You took my order. I'm going to go sit down. You're going to call my number. I'm going to come grab it. I'm not going to tip you. Why would I? And I'm
Right.
also going to be bussing my own table. Like, come on.
Right.
That's ridiculous to
Yeah.
me.
I agree with you, and I get really torn because, like, if somebody is particularly good waiter or waitress and they're friendly, blah blah blah, I will tip very generously. Like, here comes 30%. Well, whatever. Just, but
Mm-hmm.
if you're just in a foul mood and not friendly and like, I don't know, I'll still tip, but your tip, I don't know. I'm not just going to tip for the sake of it, although I do. But definitely, I'm with you. Not up at the counter. If I'm going up to the counter and stuff, no.
Hey, so I was listening to this other podcast the other day, and it was talking about the allure of the mean friend, and they were going on this whole thing about like social norms and how like mean people, some people are drawn to them and everything. And so
Right,
they talked to some waitresses, and they like ran an experiment with these two different waitresses, and um there was a girl, and she was a waitress, and she was always like really friendly and outgoing and all of this. And there was a group that came in, and so she was just normal. She wasn't real chatty with them, she wasn't unfriendly, but she only like engaged in anything extra at the very beginning of the meal and at the very end of the meal, and the rest of the time she was just shuttling and doing and not friendly.
right,
And then there was another one that she was like overly friendly to, and they tipped the same.
right,
But then there was a person that was like a regular, and normally, she says she's normally real chatty with him and all of this, and this time she just wasn't. Like he was try to engage in conversation with her, and she just kind of would shut it down.
mm-hmm,
And he always tipped 22% all the time. She said it was always the exact same. And then because she acted like that, he tipped her like 35%.
because he
And
thought
so,
something was wrong with her or something.
okay,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
yeah,
But the guy used that to prove his point that people like grovel to people who are rude. And I was like, yeah, or he could have just known that that was way out of character and was like, here, maybe this will brighten her day a little bit.
right.
So I choose to believe that people aren't all terrible, but
I'm
anyway,
right there with
as
you.
just an interesting aside, if it really was, it was, I don't know. It made me think about like Mean Girls from high school and stuff like that.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
that I knew any of them or anything.
Of course not. No. It's an interesting topic, how people tip, and um
Mhm.
yeah, it's a shame that it's needed. I do think it'd be nice if people would
Yeah,
charge me a couple of dollars more for my dinner and have the staff have a better living wage and be
exactly.
able to afford their rent, and not have to
Well,
rely on tips.
well, and like I said, they work so hard.
Oh, I couldn't.
They
I was a
work.
bar. I've worked in a bar, like as a barman, but I couldn't do the food. I know that I
Yeah.
would struggle.
One
Yeah.
summer I did, and I was terrible at it. I couldn't.
Right.
It was awful. I was awful. It's hard work,
Yep.
and yeah,
Yep.
not enough respect given in that.
Nope. It's not for me. But Monica, she's certainly not tipping with cash. She's tipping with cookies this year,
Because
which
they're broke.
they're broke. Which A, I understand, and B, I think it's quite a sweet thing. Like I get it, everyone loves a little bit of extra cash. Who doesn't? But I think I'm kind of on board with
Yeah,
Monica. You know, when our neighbours have brought over some home baked goods, that's a really sweet, lovely touch.
it really
You know,
is.
I
Eh,
like it.
yes, and our next door neighbors do that every year. And it's so sweet. It's always
Yeah.
sweet. And I'm always like, man, they're so awesome. I want to do that.
Yeah,
And
I
then I
think
forget.
it means we get busy. I think it means a lot when people do that. But
Hmm.
the newspaper delivery guy obviously didn't appreciate it, as we discussed in Bamboozled, because it gets slammed against the door pretty hard as well. Um,
Hmm.
and then, yeah, he's written across the crossword. He's smashed the cookies in the paper.
In
It's
the
just bad
sports
news.
section.
That's right, in the sports section. Um,
And
yeah,
they have
just
the
bad news.
conversation about the cookies. Do they say these things? And then Phoebe says she's had brownies
Oh, the
tell her a
brownies.
limerick before.
That's right. Are they funny brownies? Not
Not
particularly.
particularly.
Yeah, that's a great line. It's
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite in this episode. Yeah, not particularly. Um, we bounce on over to Central Park, and then Joey kind of can't believe it's Christmas already. But I've got to talk to you about this slinky. Why is Ross showing up with a slinky for Rachel? A, no steps in the apartment. B, that's a terrible gift unless I mean I suppose they got steps going down out in the hallway.
Right.
Of all the things, why a slinky?
Why a slinky? Exactly. And he does the little rhyme from the commercial. But like,
Do you know the whole commercial song? Because I've never heard it before, but again, Kate knew it.
oh wow. Yeah, I'm who's something that done stairs. Everybody knows it's
That's
slinky.
it. That
And I can see the whole thing like with the little kid on there, like stop. And I thought slinkies were so cool, and I just wanted a house that had stairs.
right.
Um, but yeah, it seems like a totally
Yeah,
random.
that he picked
Like,
up in a store. Like he purchased
well,
this.
did he? Because
Well,
it's not in a package.
that's true. That's
Was it?
true.
Was this something that somebody gave him at work, maybe, or left on? I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, just
It's a
an odd one.
very lame for somebody who's trying to make up with her. You
Yeah,
know,
no, I agree.
and he is a good gift giver.
You know what? The
So,
Hars and Hars towels look pretty
mm,
fluffy, pretty soft. I think I would
yeah,
enjoy those towels. Um, the shirt for his mum, questionable at best. I think.
right. Well, I was more thinking of the brooch that he got Rachel for
Ah,
her
that's right.
birthday.
Yeah.
You know, like he is capable of giving good
So he's
gifts.
got the brooch. He apparently got Carol that crystal duck in that same scene that she wanted.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then he got towels. He gets Phoebe that bike. That is that's peak Ross goodness when he buys Phoebe a
Hmm.
bicycle later on. So you're absolutely right. He is a good gift giver.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's boo,
But boo.
boo, Ross, boo.
We'll give him a tiny bit of credit for being a good gift giver. But he's got his let's see his parents a frame from Ben, but Phoebe thinks that's her dad in the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Dun dun
poor
dun.
old Phoebe, poor old Phoebe.
Mm.
Um, is this the only time I know we see the apartment more, but is this the only time we actually meet Phoebe's grandma?
I think so. The next time that we see her, isn't she in an urn?
I think so. I think she is as
Yeah.
well. I think this is the one and only time. Very well, very well acted, a good character. But Phoebe
Mhm.
comes over to her grandma's to look at pictures of her dad, and miraculously, he's just in the forest or at lots of graduations in all of these pictures in the box. Um, so, yeah, Phoebe confronts grandma, and the grandma kind of admits that he's a pharmacist upstate, and this isn't her dad.
But it made me laugh. Like whenever she keeps pulling out these pictures, and here he is with a little boy in a meadow
That's
flying
right.
high, and a graduation and another graduation and another graduation. And then there she
Yes.
calls her out the line about, I smell smoke because somebody's pants are on
Right.
fire.
Grandma.
Oh man, that made me laugh. That made me laugh a lot. But I felt so
Yeah.
sad for her. And
Yeah.
and sad for the grandma too, because it's a good point. Like, what do you do? Like, they had this story concocted, and and then she died. And so, do you continue on with that lie,
Right.
or
Or tell
like
Phoebe
I
the
don't,
truth. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, but
Yeah, that's a
it.
tough conundrum, that one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, well, she finds out that her father is a pharmacist upstate before we go back over to the girl's apartment. Chandler's reminiscing about his father being dressed up in, I can't remember how he describes it, but he's like, who
Yeah.
said anything about Christmas?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
red suit and patent leather belt and boots
right.
and stumbling around drunk and woke everybody up. And who said anything about Christmas? And you're like, oh my gosh.
And that just fits the bill for Chandler's
Mhm.
upbringing, it seems.
Mhm.
Um, I think Joey and Chandler come in and they're not worried. They haven't done their Christmas shopping yet. And it got me thinking, are you like an early shopper or a last minute shopper?
I'm somewhere in the middle. But I'm
Right,
not you won't see me buying Christmas before Black Friday. Like
right.
Black Friday is
That's when it
my
starts.
that's it. Yes. But
Yeah,
I have been known to be grabbing a last minute gift or two on the 23rd, and unfortunately printing out pictures on the 24th.
it happens
So,
to the best of us. Yes,
mhm.
yeah. It's without a doubt. Kate likes to do the Christmas shopping. So we just kind of go, all right, this year, this is the budget. And she has at it. She likes doing it. Um,
She's so good.
she is. And because she's very organized by nature. So she has, a little spreadsheet, her Amazon account. It's much easier actually if just one person does it. And then I'll
Mhm.
get, her present and thing and a few basic little things for other people. But that's, yeah, works out pretty well in this household.
Mhm.
Doing it that way. We find out at this point the mailman doesn't like Monica's cookies either, which, again, she's a chef, and I'm sure she makes non mocklet delicious cookies.
Oh, of
You
course
know?
she does. Well,
Yeah,
and at the very beginning, Phoebe picks one up and is eating it
that's right.
while she's walking around. So, I
Of
mean, they're going to
course.
be good.
Yeah.
But, what I was wondering is that I wonder if this wasn't like financially hard for everybody right then, like if unemployment was really high or
Right.
something along those lines, to where somebody is like, oh my god, why didn't you just give me a couple of dollars,
Right.
because we kind of go through those times where it seems like everybody is hurting. And so
Yes.
I was wondering if maybe, I
That'd
don't
be
know.
really interesting to find out, actually.
Hmm.
Another thing
Or
for
if
the
it was
list.
just for funds.
Right. Um, This is where he ends up challenging Rachel to make the list about him that we discussed in Bamboozled. And Rachel fires off some zingers. Like she comes right, out the gates pretty quickly. What was
Hmm.
it? Whiny, insecure, obsessive, gutless, too much hair gel. I think you would agree with all five.
I would.
I thought
And
you
the
might.
thing is she even like elaborates a little bit on the gutless thing about how
Yes.
you don't ever seize the day, and she kind of takes a stab at him, and and it's like, yeah, and then she's, I do feel better, and he's
Right.
just like, rah, rah,
Rah,
rah,
rah. Hey, here comes Ross.
rah. Hey.
Um, Phoebe's. We go. It's he's got some redemption to make. As
Yeah,
well.
he
He's got a
does.
long way to
Good
go.
luck, Ross. Good
Yeah, we
luck.
go back over to Phoebe's grandma's, and Phoebe's calling information, pretty much calling everywhere. It seems, naming
Mm-hmm.
off towns, trying to find her dad, and then Grandma comes in and confesses that she knows the address. Did you notice what was behind the couch on the wall?
The scary picture.
That's it. It's
The
Gladys.
scary picture. Yes. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Because there ends up being two. Oh,
Yes,
she makes another one, doesn't she?
she does. I don't remember
Yeah.
quite the details, but you're right. She makes
The
two.
the scary picture. That's so funny. I can't wait until that makes its
Yes, Gladys is
reappearance.
so funny. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what was the answer? I was going to ask you, how do you know if you've gone too far past Phoebe's dad's house? And
If you hit the Dairy Queen, you've
that's it,
gone too
Dairy Queen.
far.
That was it. You've gone too far. But Phoebe can take the cab.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we go straight. Phoebe is suddenly in the cab. Joey and Chandler are waiting outside of Central Park. There was a slight production error in this
Oh,
scene. Yes, I remember reading this a long time before, so I looked for it, and I didn't see it the first time I watched it, but I saw it the second time. When the taxi comes round the corner and it bumps up onto the curb, you can see a big metal, not a rope, but huge piece of metal attached to the back of the car. The taxi that's pulling it onto the sidewalk.
really?
Yeah, I mean, say
Now
metal
I'll have
rope.
to go back and watch.
Yeah, it's not the right
Okay.
word, but yeah, I mean, thick gauge metal, and you can see it hooked on the car, and it kind of bounces when the car bounces up onto the curb.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
so that's
Huh.
kind of fun. And I love the way Chandler gets in the front and then basically panics with the cheat sheet and no seatbelt, and ends up
Yes.
getting in the back with Joey. Uh,
Well, okay, but that line, whenever he's like, "Is Phoebe here yet?" and
oh, the
that line
invisible,
made the invisible, yeah, hop in. Like,
right?
what? That was so funny. Oh my gosh. I laughed, I laughed, I laughed.
To me, and
Yeah.
it's like, I guess it's really Matthew Perry. I think most people would, sort of say, "Oh yeah, in the Invisible Taxi," and end the joke there. But you're right; that kind of hop in adds
Yeah.
something to it. It's so good. But they end up getting in the real cab, and Phoebe, I'm assuming, is not a very experienced driver, judging by the
Right.
cheat sheet and the way that she arrived and leaves. Um, but then we do see Ross in fine form here. He's being obsessive and bugging Monica about being obsessive. So vintage Ross. But this is where he ends up breaking the radiator, so it just snaps the knob off the top. Uh,
Mhm.
which I mean I'm sure can be done. Um, I was thinking the radiator. We had radiators in our house growing up, but it was a plastic knob at the bottom. But I'm sure it's the same kind of thing. But I
Mhm.
don't understand. From this point onwards, why don't they just open a window?
Right. That's a
Right?
very good point.
Yeah. Just I mean, you're spending the money on the heat anyway, and you don't want it to
Right.
be hot. So why not just open some windows?
Right.
Yeah.
Just a window.
A
But
window. The one that's right beside the radiator
the
there.
one that you let, oh wait, did Ross crawl in through, does that window open?
Yep, that's how they get in out to the balcony. The one with the sort of side one.
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
door side window. That is a window. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not open that? That's so
And then
silly.
I've always wondered if the big windows in front of the balcony, if those
Yeah.
open up in any way, or if they don't. I don't think we ever see them open up.
Well, we
Huh.
do.
Do we?
Whenever they're all inside and they're sending. Oh wait, or are they standing out on the balcony? Whenever they try to tap ugly naked guy to get his
Yes. Oh,
jet,
that's a good point. That might be it.
were they standing in the window? I think they were
I think
standing
they
in
would
the
have to
window.
be to get the long poking device in a straight line.
Hey, yeah, so that
Something like
window
that.
opens.
Yeah, but
That
we don't
window
ever see it.
opens.
I agree.
Boo. Yeah,
Interest. Yeah,
that's
open
silly.
those windows up. Your party's going to be fine,
Well, how stupid that never even occurred to me.
right?
Because well, and I don't have a lot of experience with radiators as we had talked about earlier,
Yeah.
but like why wouldn't you just unplug it?
Well, it's
Do they
it,
plug?
no, this one will be a central heating running out the gas lines. I'm sure. Um,
I
because
I
they have gas in the apartment. We know because they think they smell a gas leak much later on in the series. So it's almost certainly these old radiators are all they're all hooked into each other. Um,
Oh, okay.
sort of into a mains gas supply.
Okay.
I
Well,
would
in my
think.
defense, I don't know anything about that at all.
And
But
you've lived either in this area or farther south basically your entire life, right? So
yeah.
radiators are not commonplace.
No,
Yes.
not at all.
Yep.
So I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yep.
why didn't you open a window?
Yeah. Opening a window would solve all the problems here. Um, Phoebe's sitting outside in her cab, sitting outside her dad's house, and she's not sure about going in. I think it's it seems like she's tried a couple of times because I think
Mhm.
Chandler says like you got to the mailbox this time or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
he exactly says that.
yeah, it's got to be pretty scary stuff for Phoebe. Because you're right, she's even though she never knew her dad. Um, you're losing the illusion if he turns out to be a jerk.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was sad.
yeah, it was
We'll
sad.
talk
Like,
about it whenever we get to her part. Oh,
yeah,
but that it wasn't there.
is that later? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's in a couple of scenes time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I've got thought about this too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, before that, the girls are having this party in the apartment, and Trigger comes up to the party, and yeah, Ross tips him for Christmas, and then Rachel's basically like, I can't remember what she says, but sort of try harder. You need to do more. So he
Yeah,
then gives
she
him
says
another
something
50.
about yeah, wasn't it like way to seize the day or what about seizing the day? She made some comment about their conversation referring back to the list at the very beginning
Right.
that uh yeah, it was a definite oh, Monica told him looks like he's playing baseball.
That's right.
And
Yes.
and then he's like hardball, and so then he went and did that. And it was after that that she says, "Nice seizing the day, gel boy." And then Rachel
Yes.
walked off.
Gel boy. I
I
do like Trigger as a character, as a
do too.
whole.
He's so
He
nice.
is, and spoiler alert, he will certainly get my Gunther Central Park for another episode later
Yeah.
on because he's in a few more.
Yeah.
But he seems like a nice guy. Like
Hmm.
I don't know, I like him a lot, and I'm sure a bit like being a waiter or a waitress, not an easy job. You probably see the worst of people. Um,
Right.
and people probably blame you for everything. A bit like Ross, not really blaming him, but the store is closed until Tuesday. There's nothing he can do, and it's not his fault. I think he
Hmm.
would fix it straight away if he could.
Yeah.
Um, so we go back over Phoebe and Joey and Chandler. They're still sitting in the cab. Um, and she says she's scared he's a dirtbag, I think, and so decides
Hmm.
that this was enough for today. Um, my only thought was, well, not really thought, it's just a slight continuity error because we do find out later on that Phoebe has met her dad. when she was a baby because he used to sing a certain song to her. I don't know if you remember.
No, I don't
No,
remember
and
this.
it's when they
Mm-mm.
first meet, and she realizes that that's her dad, and he realizes, and he says, "Oh, you were a baby when you were when you were fussy or something." He says, "Go to sleep, go to sleep. Why won't you go to sleep?"
Oh,
To the
yes.
tune of "Smelly Cat." So
Yes.
they have met, but maybe that was just grandma. The time frame slightly off. He abandoned them very soon after she was born. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yes, it was just something that jumped out to me. But what are your thoughts on that? On Phoebe kind of
That
deciding not to go?
Yeah, like I got it. Whenever she said, yesterday he was a famous tree surgeon, and then, he might be a really cool pharmacist guy, but he also might suck,
Right.
and either way, he's not who I thought he was yesterday. And so maybe I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And
It's
and like she's she's just such a good character. Like she really is. Yeah,
she
and
is. For
it's
me, she's the most diverse. I get, she can be ditzy and silly, and then but she could
mhm.
also be really touching and some beautiful moments with Phoebe. Like there's a huge range of her character,
Yes.
which I love. I think is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we end this episode with we're back in the girl's apartment. Joey walks in and just turns the gas off at the bottom. Just because it turns off. How does Trigger not know how to do that? Would be my first thought because it's gas, so it's going to have like a most things like the gas will have two ways of turning it off in case something like this happens, so gas doesn't pour into the building. How would Trigger would know surely to turn it off in the bottom?
Of course he would.
Yeah,
But it made me laugh because they're all sitting there and they're all crabby because they're hot. So like,
right,
why are you all hanging out in here still?
right.
But then whenever he comes, holy crap, it's hot in here. Y'all should turn it down. And she's like, why didn't we think of that earlier? We could
Right.
have used, or only that's not what she says. She says like we could have used that kind of thinking earlier tonight. Real sarcastic. But then actually, you could have used them
I
earlier in the
it's
night.
a it's
Yeah.
an easy joke, but again, Matthew Perry, that holy crap, it's hot in here. Is
Yes.
so well delivered. He makes it a
Yes.
great joke. Like it's yeah, very very funny. But I think that's kind of where we end the episode, right? This is we're still in the girl's apartment.
And then they get to open up their gifts from Joey and Chandler.
Okay, so I didn't see this in the episode, but I thought it's is it stuff from the gas station?
It
Right.
is.
Okay. I've seen it before on on the TV, but it wasn't on the stream. Like this was not
Oh,
on the stream, and I was like, I'm
yes.
sure this is the one where it's like a lemon lime soda and toilet seat
That's
covers, all of that. Yes.
yes. And
Yes.
so that's exactly right because like that's the closing scene where they're all in the girl's apartment and then they've got this box and
Right.
nothing's wrapped. And so he's like windshield wiper blades and then she's like I don't even own a car. But you will, or you'll think you do with this new
That's
car smell,
right.
and they give Phoebe toilet seat covers, and she's like genuinely excited about it.
As Phoebe would be. Yeah.
Yes, and then Ross, they give him the cola drink and a lemon
And a
lime
lemon
soda.
lime. That's right.
Yeah, and then they give Monica something else, and then Monica and Ross trade.
Right.
So but I just it's so
I was
silly.
sure that was at the end of this episode. So that's
Uh-huh.
good to know. Good to know that for some reason it was just cut out.
Yes.
Because it's a very funny. Yeah, that to me again that lemon lime line. Um, I just for some reason I find that very very funny.
See. And then I laugh at Phoebe's. line. Whatever. She's like, toilet seat covers. I don't
Right.
like that. She's like, that's what you were doing. You guys. And she's
Yes.
just so funny. Yes.
She's
It's just great.
hilarious. Which leads us quite nicely into I've got a funny feeling about your Gunther Central part.
And you might have
I
a
might
funny
have a suspicion of where we're going with
feeling.
this. But again,
Yes.
remind us, assuming that it is Phoebe, remind me of why you've chosen Phoebe this week.
Okay. So, you always talk about, sometimes whenever you're giving it, you're talking about the actor or the actress. And then other times you're talking about the character. And for this one, it's like both. It's Phoebe as a whole. Because like that line at the very end, whenever she's like toilet seat cover, like that's hysterical. And then but then the character, like, you genuinely feel bad for her. You and you feel the conflict and the worry and the anxiety. And so I guess that is more Lisa Kudrow than Phoebe. But like, it's such an interesting mix of pulling on your heartstrings. And oh my goodness, I really feel sympathy for this character, and at the same time, she's hysterical. So
So
that's
funny.
why. Yeah. So maybe it's more Lisa Kudrow versus Phoebe, but whatever.
Right. But either way.
For me, it's all one and the same, I think.
Yes. Yes, the total
You know?
package. And for all the reasons you listed, I also chose Phoebe slash Lisa Kudrow. It's just, yeah, she was the one that stood out. A very Phoebe central or centered episode, and she just nails it. It's just so good.
Yes.
I don't think there was anyone else who came
No.
close this week.
Although I
Um,
did very much appreciate Graham.
yes, yeah, I would like to have seen more of Graham. She seemed kind of like a bit of a spitfire, like a fun character.
Uh-huh. I
You kind
think
of see where
very
Phoebe
much.
gets
Mhm.
that eclectic edge. It's just occurred to me. I wonder how long she's lived there, because wonder why Phoebe was homeless if Grandma lived there in Manhattan. Who knows? But yeah, why she didn't go stay at Grandma's house? Maybe she was rebellious and up to no good, and Grandma didn't want that.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah, just occurred to me just now. Well, I'm curious as to how you feel about next week's episode, which of course I don't want to know until we discuss it.
But wait,
Oh, there's
first,
more?
Al,
Yes.
if you were going to be ordering your steaming cups of hot coffee,
I forgot.
how many cups of hot coffee would you give, sir?
So I I I give this 7 and an espresso shot. It's a good episode. It's a good episode. Phoebe carries it, I think. I liked it a little better than the list. I think there's more funnier moments. Um, so coming in at 7.5, which again is a good score. It's a good score, but it's not one of my favorites. Certainly,
Okay.
certainly. So, and what about you?
I feel all the exact same things, but I gave it 8.
Right.
And because I did not like it less than the one with the list.
Okay.
So I liked it, like, so that's where I'm at.
Yep, I went up 1. 7 last week, 7.5 this week.
There you go.
So
I didn't review what I did last week. I don't remember.
yes, I just happen to have it in front of me on the same piece of paper. Otherwise, there's no way I would remember. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
So
thank you
yeah,
for jumping in. I don't know why I skipped over that. Late on a Sunday.
because
Not late, six
because you're
o'clock.
just excited about next week.
I am. It's like double Ross because it's the one with Russ.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
God, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else.
I am excited to hear your opinions on the one with Russ,
Yeah.
which will be coming out next Thursday morning, as our episodes always do, 7 o'clock on a Thursday morning, just in time for your drive to work. Um, But any other final
Okay.
closing thoughts?
Yes,
Yes.
I do. So, Al, at the very
Yes.
beginning of this episode, we were talking about Gunther's first lines.
Yes.
And yes, so depending on which version you are watching,
Okay.
his first line was either whatever it was, come on in, or uh come on, or whatever it was, whenever he was leaving the thing in the one where
But
Ross finds out.
yes.
Or it is Gunther's first line in Friends is yeah. He says it to Ross in season 2 episode The One with Phoebe's Dad. Dun
Dum
dun
bum bum. Gunther's
dun.
first line if you're streaming it. Because that's right. I
Yes.
did not have that scene where was it Rachel's locking the door or something and Gunther
Yes.
kind of leaves. Yeah, I didn't have that. So yeah, this was for us streaming on HBO, people, or wherever you get Friends. This is it. A monumental moment because we do love
Yeah.
Gunther.
Yay, Gunther.
Good for
All right.
Gunther. Nailed his first line
Man,
and got a
I'd like
slinky.
to change my Gunther Central perk.
Right? To Gunther.
Yeah, to Gunther.
I love
Exactly.
it. You are free to do so. That's good.
No, I
That's
was
good.
just kidding.
Yeah,
I was just kidding. It's
good
just
to
jokes.
know though. Now I'll never forget that the slinky is not only weird; it's Gunther's first line in
Mhm.
the streaming universe.
There you
That's
go.
fantastic. Yeah, well, we will be back next week as always with the one with Russ. But again, as always, thank you all for tuning in to the Purple Door podcast.